It's been another full-on week of shock splits, dramatic dumpings and one very, very awkward recoupling.
And with plenty more twists and turns to come, Kem's here with all the latest from the Love Island Villa. Kem, how you doing?
I'm very, very well. God, it's just so much drama at the moment, but I love it. I can't lie.
Like television gold.
I know.
I am enjoying it more than I should be.
Let's start with Amy and Curtis, because obviously at the beginning I felt like they was a fan favourite. Everyone was
they were
rooting for
everyone's
them.
winners, weren't they?
Yeah, and then
First of all.
obviously Casa Amor has turned it completely upside down.
Yes.
And I think obviously they weren't with anyone when they've come back together into the villa, and people were wondering, is it going to work? And I thought yesterday Curtis was starting to get there. He was saying sorry. He was saying all the things he loves about it, all his favourite traits, and then at the end he just went, "But I can't promise I'm not going to cheat."
Do you know what though?
That threw me. That.
Do you know what though? I think if he said to her, "I like you and I want to be with you the whole time now," I think
Well, we wouldn't have believed it,
pulling the
no.
wool over people's eyes, because if he's already left her and then he got pied by the other girl, to try and get back to her, he's just saying, "I want to be in a couple so I can stay." So I think he's actually been a man about that, because he massively
I think
messed
the
up.
only issue is with this year, what happens a lot is a lot of the guys are too nervous to say how they feel from the beginning. They drag it out.
Do you think that's what it is?
It's happened a few times where if they was honest from the beginning, they wouldn't have led them on, and then they kind of end up.
Why do
going
they
back
do that, Ken?
Do you think the vulnerability of, like, wanting to stay in the villa, so trying to stay in a secure couple because they don't want the whole experience to be over?
I think it's that, but I also think it's Amy is such a vulnerable, lovely girl, and he doesn't want to upset her, but at the same time, I think he started saying it and realised, if I say all this again and hurt her again because I don't completely like her, it's just not a nice thing to do. And I know there was things that come out today saying that Amy's left the villa because she's so upset. It's not true.
Oh, okay.
We're going to see her back to hopefully her normal self tonight. And I know that all the girls have been getting back round her. But AJ, Curtis's brother, actually tweeted this. He said, "I need a fast forward button now." It must be hard watching that with your brother.
That's hard for him, because I think, in a way, you know, especially with Instagram and stuff, when everybody's talking and they're saying, why is he doing this and that? At the end of the day, that's what they're all in there for. They all say, the most used phrase, I think, is, "oh, my head's been turned."
I know.
You know, so I think he's trying, you can see he's trying to handle it in the right way. But
The thing is, he came across... Curtis was the Mr. Nice Guy.
Yes.
He was like you. You were nice to everyone.
So it
everyone loved
shocks
you.
everyone a little bit,
yeah.
I think,
So then when he's done that, it was almost... But when that happens to the nice guy, it's almost worse. Because if you're a bad boy from the start, it's like, oh, I expected that from him.
Was he pretending to be being nice?
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's like...
oh, gosh.
Yeah, I think the hard thing with Curtis is that you're in there, you have to... Like, the whole point of Love Island, I guess, is you go in there and you go through these stages. It's not going to be a perfect relationship. That's not the point of it. You've got to get tested. So everyone jumps the gun and says, but you've upset them. But that's why you're in there, to go through all the stages. So by the end of it, you know if head's going to get turned on or not. And then
they've not all been married 10 years.
Exactly.
Like,
it's been 4 weeks.
Yes.
It's been 4. And then we saw at the end of yesterday's episode, which is probably the biggest shock yet, is Curtis and Maura.
Oh, mate.
Maura was saying, "Oh, I love his smile," and then this like slow-mo come up, and I thought, it's not going to be out of everyone. It's not going to be Curtis. And you just see this little slow-mo of Curtis with his top off.
It's when she said, "I'd love him to teach me to dance" or something. She said, "I love her."
Let's have a quick look at...
it's unfair, but Joe, just before we look at that, it's unfair to say, but it's about to go off. If she does go to Curtis, it's going to be great TV.
I'll be glued. I'll be there.
I'm glued.
Let's have a look what she said.
He's obviously gorgeous. Like, his smile is like, and like, you know, he's just very manly, and I love that. I love that. I want him to teach me.
Do you know what's actually really interesting about that?
The weird torso shot?
Very weird torso shot. But what's weird is people forget that on the first episode of this series, Curtis said that when Maura's first episode, that he slid into her DMs and she didn't know.
That's right.
People
he did
forget
say
that.
So does she know that now?
I don't know if she knows yet.
So we now know she likes him.
Yeah.
But we also know from what you've just
He's
said...
Previously liked
that he likes her. Oh, this is going to happen, it's going to happen.
Didn't he say that she didn't reply? Like, she
might have not seen it.
Yeah.
But do we think they're too salt and pepper? Because she's kind of like bossy and he's kind of like salsa dance.
But maybe...
I don't know. I can't imagine it working.
But maybe that's what he is looking for a little bit, because bless Amy, she adores him, and you can tell she's really going to find that hard.
I know.
I feel for the girl.
That'll be tough.
But maybe that's what he wants, someone that's a little bit more feisty.
It could be quite a good couple. Lucie and Tommy. So is it Lucie and Tommy were obviously kind of a thing at the beginning, and then she chose Joe over Tommy.
Yeah.
And now, for the third time, she's pulled Tommy again. even though knowing he's in a happy relationship, saying that she still likes
See, I'm not sure if this is breaking girl code a bit now.
Is it?
No, it is now. The last one was definitely...
Yeah, I think it's taken it a little bit far. You know that, if you're going to do that and it's just about her feelings, then you kind of need to sort of involve her a little bit. I think it's all now a little bit like
I'll tell her,
pulling him for a little sly chat to say, oh, I still feel this way.
Yeah. And I think he's dealt with it like a gent. And then yesterday we saw this super cute scene between him and Molly. Let's have a look at this.
We got it.
I really mean that.
When he's being cute, a boxer, Tyson Fury's brother, it makes him... Because no one can sit at home and go, he's soppy. Because he's a boxer and he's a beast.
Oh, I just think it's... They are smitten, aren't they? They're my winners.
They're winners.
As soon as she came back from Casa Amor and there were the tears and he had the little elephant...
You know Tommy and Lucie, just quickly, she stayed with Joe. Do you think, because I thought at that time when she stayed with Joe, she did like Tommy more. Do you think it goes through people's heads like, you know what, I like Tommy, but if I stay with Joe, I can win? Do you think they let that override?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think people do overthink things in general in there. I think so much goes through their head that they think, if I do this, I do that. But when you see, like, for the first time, I think this series where we've seen Tommy and Molly feels the most natural. Like, when she come in early in the recoupling and she was crying, I think you actually felt that they do really like each other.
And they've been on the roller coaster, haven't they? We've got that kind of journey from them.
And like you said, Mark, I think it's really nice that we're seeing, like, you think the stereotypical boxer doesn't really show his emotions, We know his brother's Tyson Fury, like, you think he's going to be exactly like him, kind of really stern. But he's not, and he's being a little bit soppy. I don't know what his brother thinks of it, but he's being really... It's nice.
But then when you think about it, Tyson Fury, if you know Tyson, if you watch boxing and stuff, he's very open when he talks about mental health and he's very emotional. He's an emotional guy and he always sings to his wife when he wins. So he's actually an old romantic. So maybe it's a family trait.
It's a family thing,
Talking of Tommy, they're saying that there's a 2-to-1 chance of Tommy and Curtis getting a spin-off show. What do we think?
Totally.
Do you reckon?
I mean, how does that make you feel about the Chris and Kem? I know, I just said it and then I was about to say it could be like Chris and Kem and then remember
they took the Markenage.
I'm going to... Look, at the end of the day...
It's the Chris and Kem.
I'll take him on a crash course for a week. If I think it's right, I'll give him the go.
You got to accept Kem like we have. We're old news now. We're old news.
You've had your turn,
Our romance couples have gone. Just let them know.
Anna is in a love triangle. So she come back with Ovi, the 6'7" basketball player. It's never a good sign when she's coming with a 6'7" basketball player.
You ain't going to have a round with him.
But then Jordan's pulled it back. Do we think that this could be back on the cards?
Well, I'm very confused. This is a triangle, but I do think that she was having a pop at Michael.
I know.
All of that stuff, and then she's doing the same thing now.
Is she kind of contradicted herself?
Yeah, I think so.
Massively. How have people not said, but how did Michael not say, but you did it too?
I know.
Yeah.
Yes,
I was screaming at the TV that night.
Tell her, me too.
And Ovi is not happy at all. He said this.
So basically you're trying to please both of us?
No, I'm not, because right now, my mind is just a bit confused.
I'm not happy. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely not happy, and I'm not going to lie to you about that. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now in this situation. It's weird. I got a lot of pride as a man too. You know what I mean? I'm a very, very, very proud man. And being a proud man it's a bitter pill to swallow.
Good for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Good for him.
I like them too, but I also like her and...
Well, we'll all be watching tonight.
We will.
Yes, thanks, Ken.
Pleasure.